Alright, so this week we did a little more with measuring, and we added angles as well. So I'm just going to dive right in. Hopefully you'll be able to create one of these, and one of these. I don't expect you to complete all of them, but I want you to pick one of them by the end of the week. So by now you should know how to use a ruler. You should be able to know the difference between, say, 3/16 and 15/16, 3/4, 5/8, the different parts of the ruler. This right here is called the Fibonacci spiral. The only angle that you're going to draw to make this is a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So you're going to make a mark, a dot, and then you're going to put this intersection here. So we have this horizontal line, we have this vertical line. You're going to put that right over the dot, and then you're going to make a mark at 0, and then you're going to make a mark at 90. And depending on the size of your protractor, like these are real flimsy ones, you probably want to use a ruler if you have a real flimsy one like mine. And you're going to connect those lines. And that's how you make a 90-degree angle with a protractor. Okay? So there's that. The way that you start this project, actually this is the hardest. I'm going to talk about that last. This one is easier. This is the one I started the other students on. You're going to separate your paper in half, lengthwise and widthwise. So half of 8.5 is 4 1/4. So I make a mark 4 1/4 on the top and on the bottom. And I make a line from the top to the bottom, lining up those marks. And then half of the length is going to be 5 1/2, because the length is 11 inches here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll make a mark at the halfway point on one side and on the other side, and I will connect them. Okay, and then at this point you're going to make a mark every 1/4 of an inch along both of the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so 16 marks that way to the center, and then 16 marks this way. Okay, I'm gonna pause while I sharpen my pencil. Okay, so I went ahead and did the marks, so you don't have to watch me do the marks again. I did the marks. I only did 16 on both sides. If it's easier, you can make this into a square and then do the same thing. But that's essentially what I've created, is a square this direction. Okay. Now the concept is you're going to connect this first dot in a line to this corner here, and then you're going to move down one and connect that one to the second dot. Then you're going to move over one and connect it to, well, really it's the second dash, but it's the third point from here. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like.
interruption. We need all of the Eastport students to the old gym now. Thank you.
Looks like I didn't do enough marks, so I'll have to make another mark. Oh yeah, because the other one has a top. And this one doesn't really have a top. Okay, so that's what it looks like. One side. And then, as you can see, you're going to complete all four sides to make this one. Or you can complete the opposite side, so that means this square. Okay, and then what I did, instead of just going to the center line here, I extended each line all the way to the end of the piece of paper. Okay, on both sides. Okay, so I mean that's the shape it makes. I encourage the students to figure out other ways to use this. So feel free to be as creative as you want to be with this concept. Okay, so now let's show you the spiral. Spiral is a little bit tough, even for me, but I will show you how to do it. So you're going to start by finding the center of the piece of paper, which is going to be at 4.5 by 4.25 by 5.5. So it's down here somewhere. Okay, that's my center. Alright, and then you pick a dimension. You're going to use the unit I used on this right here. I started with a centimeter. So my first dimension is, or my first triangle is 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter at a 90-degree angle, and then whatever the added square roots of that centimeter is. Anyway, so you're gonna have to use the protractor for this. Essentially, you're gonna start by drawing your triangle from the center, and I'll do a centimeter again. Okay, and then I'm going to measure a 90-degree angle off of this. Now, I would strongly advise that you go out and buy a clear protractor, because on this part you can actually see where you're lining up to, which is great. And then you're going to line up your 90, and you're not going to draw the full line, you're only going to draw a centimeter out from that. And then you're going to complete the triangle. Okay, and then from the hypotenuse, you're going to measure and make a 90-degree angle. Okay, so that means this line right here is going to be lined up with this line. This right here is going to be right here, and I'm going to make a little mark at 90. Do a 1 centimeter line here, and then I connect and finish that triangle here. And then I just do the same thing again. And this is how you do the whole spiral. You just repeat. It's just repeating the same pattern over and over. Find 90. Use the unit that you decided. In my case, it's a centimeter. Draw a 90-degree angle. Complete the triangle. And repeat. Now, maybe this video is not the best video. I will acknowledge that. If you want to find the video elsewhere online on how to do this, you'll be searching for, put it over here. You'll be searching for the Fibonacci spiral. Okay, you need a protractor, you're drawing 90 degrees. I did 1 centimeter, but that's the measurement I did. You could do an inch, you could do half inch, you can do whatever, as long as it's the same measurement out here, and then you're completing the triangle from the center to out there. Okay. Now, I'm going to shift gears real quick. Once you get past, let's say like right here, and then you can't really see the center from the outside, see how that line doesn't make it to the center? I'm going to show you how to do one of those. Okay, so again, you're going to, wow, and my protractor is not small enough. So in reality, I'm going to have to do a supplementary angle and go from the other direction, because a straight line's a straight line, am I right? So I'm going to go from and line up this mark. I'm going to go a centimeter. I line up the ruler to the center and the end of the mark or the end of the line I just made. And I only go to the outside of previous lines. Right here. Okay. So, I mean, you can imagine there's just going to be a tiny little triangle behind what you've already drawn. That's the theory behind it. But you're only going to draw a little piece of it, and then you just keep going. And theoretically, you can fill the whole page. That's my goal with this piece. We'll see how far I get. Anyway, so that is the three art projects that you could do this week. Have fun with it. Email me what you got, and feel free to email me with any questions, or you can call in school. Thank you.